We're shining a light on the best and brightest educators in the East with our Teacher of the Week. And this week we have Kaylee. She's a second grade teacher from Eastern Elementary School right here in Greenville. Good morning and welcome.
Well, thank you, Jason.
Glad to have you. So you have been teaching second grade for a little bit now, but before that you were a magazine editor. You had transferred in laterally with the program here. Tell me a little bit about that and that transition.
Yeah, I think it's a really important program that we have in North Carolina that allows people from outside experiences and industries to come into education. I had gone through a divorce and I had all these friends that were doing like nursing and working for nonprofit organizations, and all the work that they did was so meaningful and had such purpose. And so after spending a lot of time in prayer and reflection, I realized that was where my heart was in working with children. It's the supports that you get here in Pitt County are really tremendous because you start teaching right away. You don't take like a course in college and learn classroom management. So it becomes really important where you're planted. And I was really lucky to be at Stokes Elementary and then at Eastern, and just being surrounded by colleagues who had a love and enthusiasm for teaching. And I was able just to learn so much just by like through osmosis, just being in a building with them.
And you've taught 5th grade and 3rd grade. You're now teaching 2nd grade.
Yes, that's a sweet spot.
What about 2nd grade do you love in your students this year?
2nd grade is the sweet spot where children are developing a sense of independence, but they're still excited to come to school. They still think you're their world. They have such creative minds at that time and like so much untapped potential. It's just really exciting nurturing them through that growth. They're still losing teeth out of their heads, which is a problem.
No doubt about that. We just saw a picture. Our own meteorologist, Zach Coulter, was there. You guys are in the end of your year doing some on-hand projects and everything like that with testing being over. How's that going?
This is probably their most favorite time of year because this is about when Miss Lee says, here are your learning bins, let's STEM. And we're just designing and building and just like really tapping into the creativity that's in the room. Yeah. And
you had said that equity in the classroom is a true passion for you. Can you talk about that and how you've grown it within Eastern Elementary School?
Yeah, I think one of the things I noticed when I came to North Carolina, the inherent diversity that we have in our buildings made it so important to focus on equity and inclusion and just helping kids discover who they are and how they fit in with their peers and with the world at large. And through the work that I had been doing just with read alouds and inclusion in my classroom, I was tapped as an equity partner at my school. And equity partners have a really important role here in Pitt County schools where they get to decide on a problem of practice and address an actual issue of inequity within their buildings. And that's just put me with so many great like-minded colleagues, people who recognize that like education is our great equalizer. Talent, intelligence, ability, all of these things are equally distributed, but opportunity is not.
And very quickly tell us, you're with family engagement, so just quickly tell us a few things that you do with the equity in that.
Most definitely. So it was about bringing in parents and families into the school building, making them feel like they are a wanted and necessary part of their child's education. Some parents come from backgrounds where school was not a pleasant experience, where they might feel hesitant to be a part and dig in deep into the school. You know, when you look at your PTAs and who's on them, we wanted it to be reflective of our entire student body. So we've just done a lot making sure that families can come in, participate in learning projects and experiences with their students, and feel like they're a part of the classroom too.
All right, well, Miss Kaylee, you are our WITN Teacher of the Week. Thank you so much for being here this morning.